Hello ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, the new Phalanx class in Aliens Fireteam has been released. I'm gonna do an in-depth discussion on if it's competitively viable, but first, roll the intro. He had a dream to play Aliens Fireteam. He collects themes. He's got high self-esteem. He's credible. He's unforgettable. He's commendable. He's MD Fashion Corridor Collectibles. Okay. Alright, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Classes is one of the things that makes the battle against hordes of xenomorphs exciting in Aliens Fireteam Elite. With the start of the game's first live content season, developer Cold Iron is adding a new brand of Marine to the battlefield, the Phalanx class. We got a chance to go hands-on with the Phalanx ahead of its release to see what it adds to your fireteam. If you like this video and you want to see more
I don't understand how he's pumping the shotgun with one hand.
Coverage of Aliens and you want to see ahead of its release to see what it adds to your fireteam.
Yeah,
if you like this video,
I don't know how he's pumping the shotgun with one hand.
Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons. As the name suggests, the Phalanx Marine sports a deployable shield that turns it into a frontline fighter, acting as your team's tank. The shield can block melee damage and incoming shots, allowing you to better survive some close encounters with both alien enemies and the synthetic soldiers that populate the campaign. I bet they were looking so much for shots of him actually taking damage. In this video, he's not even taking damage. And also, in this situation with the sniper, what you're meant to do is rush the sniper, push him. But he's not pushing him. He's just standing out in the open where he could just be behind cover. Seems a bit pointless to me, and he's not even doing a lot of damage. Populate the campaign. It's a trooper that's great for drawing fire and drawing a crowd.
In this situation with the cover, I'd rather just have a recon.
So the rest of your 3-player squad can avoid being overwhelmed and pick off enemies with a little more space to breathe.
So he draws fire, but he doesn't have an ability to taunt, right? So get enemies to attack him. So he gives the team more room to breathe. You know what else gives the team more room to breathe? A gunner that can kill everything. That gives the team more room to breathe because the stuff is just dead.
The Phalanx's primary ability is a shield you can toggle on or off. There's no cooldown on this thing.
Look at him, he's just standing out in the open, right? And I get it, he's shooting things, right?
Allows you to absorb attacks without getting hurt, so long as they're coming from in front of you. That incentivizes you to hold down choke points and wade into narrow corridors. Attacks from the side or behind.
I don't think it does incentivize you to wade into narrow corridors because you're blocking everything, right? And doing damage, but the issue is your teammates behind you can't shoot fast. But then again, if you just block damage 24/7, in theory, you could just use your pistol and just kill everything if you're blocking damage.
Acid damage and some explosions will still hurt, but for the most part, if you can funnel your attackers into a place where you can only fight them head on, you can block their attacks and blow them apart with a shotgun. Your passive...
I mean, this guy's dying in casual difficulty, so this is not a very good showcase of how the class will play in higher difficulties, and you'll see that a bit later when they take on a warrior.
Your weapons do for every attack you block with your shield, so there's a big incentive to try to keep it deployed as much as possible.
I mean, it's cool. Look, it's cool that you can just stand out in the open and take damage, right, while dealing damage back. That is cool. But I'm not sure how useful it is when you just compare it to a gunner. Because a team of 2 gunners and a recon aren't really taking damage that much in most of the missions because of their unique ability to just... If you play in like a choke point, then you can just kill everything before it even touches you.
Using the Phalanx shield can be pretty effective, but it comes with drawbacks. First, you can only use handguns and close quarters weapons with this class, since you only have one hand to operate your guns. You can use them from behind your shield, but you lose the ability to move quickly while the shield is deployed. That can make it tough to respond to threats coming at you from the sides or behind, but sprinting or dodging automatically folds the shield up, making it possible.
Look at that. So the burster rushed him, right? And he still had to run out of the way. Whereas obviously if I was a gunner, I wouldn't just whip the shield out, I would just kill the burster.
Escape when something like a xenomorph warrior comes roaring at you.
Okay. Here's the issue. All right, well, see, that was bad play because they didn't coordinate the stun, but that's okay. Like, they're not pros. So we didn't actually get to see what the stun does to the warrior. But if it stops it, then it's viable, right? Yeah. As you can see, that warrior went down so easy.
Controlling crowds and keeping enemy attention is the Phalanx's bag. And your second ability is the Shock Pulse. It stuns enemies in a radius around you, making it great for those moments when you're unexpectedly surrounded and your shield isn't helping. The Shock Pulse also...
It seems good to stun everything and then pull back to a choke point.
Dishes out damage over time, and can be tweaked to either hit enemies harder with that initial blast, or stun them more effectively. Coupled with the shield, the ability is great for allowing you to walk into danger and take lots of enemies out of the fight at once, so you and your team can mop them up before they become a problem. Aliens Fireteam Elite works to toe the line between making you feel like a badass, but one who knows that the situation you're fighting through could go badly at any second. Having the shield is great, but it won't stop
I understand the design aspect of it, and I appreciate that they're making a class like this.
Everything coming at you. You can block some, but probably not all explosive damage with the shield, and it won't keep acid from messing up your feet should you walk through some. It also won't protect you from enemies that grab you, like the warrior or the prowler.
Alright, that's huge. It won't protect you from the prowler or the warrior. That is a huge, huge downside, because, again, if you're able to tank all the small enemies, right? Except spitters, because they said that acid damage will still do damage, right? So you're able to tank all the small enemies. The small enemies aren't really the problem. It can't crowd control better than a demolitionist, and it doesn't kill small enemies as fast as a gunner, and it definitely doesn't kill xenomorph warriors. It has no advantage against large xenos. So it's like, is it just a class that's a worse demo? It's just worse at crowd controlling?
You still need to keep your head on a swivel, and when things get rough, you'll sometimes need to stow the shield and get out of harm's way, just like the other classes do. As with all the classes in Aliens Fireteam Elite, the Phalanx is best used in conjunction with a diverse fireteam backing you up. Its ability to tank damage and zap several enemies at once are
this is BS here.
Great when paired with the Doc class, which can throw down a trauma station to keep the Phalanx healed.
It works great with the Doc class. The Phalanx Doc combo. No. Just play two gunners.
Healed to absorb even more punishment. A high damage class.
Oh, he can absorb even more punishment. Yet in this video footage, you're struggling to find any footage of you actually taking damage with a shield. You're standing here, but you're not. No one's even shooting.
A good addition for killing enemies quickly.
Oh, well, there you go.
To make sure the Phalanx doesn't become overwhelmed. As the Phalanx, we found it was very easy to find yourself thinking you're in better shape than you are, and to be so focused on dealing with one set of enemies that you forget about another set coming up on your flank.
At the pro level, that's not an issue. You know when the enemies are coming on the flank because you've memorized the map, so it's not an issue.
It's free to all Aliens Fireteam Elite players and is part of the game's first content season, which kicks off on September 8th. The season also includes several new weapons you can earn in-game, including a laser pistol modeled after weapons seen in the original Alien.
That's super cool. The laser pistol modeled after the original Alien, that's cool as heck.
New assault rifle, minigun, and sniper rifle. If you want to see more of what I'm talking about, here's gameplay of the Phalanx in action as we take on xenomorphs and the Weyland-Yutani synthetics in Alien Fireteam Elite's second campaign, Giants in the Earth.
Okay, so overall I think the Phalanx is going to be not good. Even though, like, because on the higher difficulties, you want to hold a choke point. That is correct. However, having a Phalanx stand there in the middle and just tank everything is kind of pointless because you could shoot him and then like, it doesn't make sense. He's blocking attacks from the enemies, but he's standing in between the enemies and you, behind him, trying to shoot the enemies. And then when a big Xeno comes, he can't do anything anyway, because he'll just get grabbed and killed by the warrior. So I think the Phalanx is a fun class. I think it's a support class at best, but I do not think it's good in anything extreme or above. I still think the team comp is Technician, Gunner, or Gunner, or in some fringe situations, Demo, Gunner, and Technician. I don't see how, and also the Recon's good as a support class too, to take over the tech, but I don't see how this Phalanx class is competitively viable. But thank you, Cold Iron, for making it. It's cool, it's fun, I like it, it's a cool class, but I'm just talking about this game competitively. And also, quick play button, boys. You better put the quick play button in, otherwise this game finna die. No amount of content can save you from the fact that there is no quick play button. So boys, chop chop chop, get the quick play button. And join all you boys watching the video. Thank you for watching this. If you watch this far, let me know in the description what you think about the Phalanx class. I think not good competitively viable, but a cool class. Join the Discord group below, join the Facebook group below, join the Steam group below, and that's all there is. That's all she wrote. More Aliens Fireteam breaking news coming and pro gameplay coming on this from a Pro Aliens Fireteam player, and roll the
oh, y'all turn up right now.
If you join the Patreon for $2.50 a month, you get a shout out on the videos and get to go to the Discord channel with the pros. Boys can't comment in or can't chat in unless they part of the Patreon thing. So look down below for the link and tell me what you think, boy.